Hi there, I'm Judi Vitale, your astrologer from readthestars.com with your weekly horoscopes at work forecast for November 16th through 22nd, 2015. Blessedly, there's not a whole lot that we need to worry about this week, but of course there's always the ability for us to look at astrology to find out how we can best plan out our activities. The biggest things that we have are Neptune coming out of its little retrograde period, which happens every year. It's not all of that out of the ordinary, but it's been in that condition since June. So if you've been stuck on something, especially if it was creative or spiritual, and it's been kind of brewing since June, I think that you'll see some forward progress after this Neptune station takes place, and that is on Wednesday morning, Eastern Time, 11:32. So, the other thing that is really exciting is we're moving into the Sagittarius period. Not that we don't love Scorpio, because it also has its benefits, but during Sagittarius time, we party for the holidays. So, I would say this: if you're like me and you get a little bit weary of everybody, being at a party from the end of November until the middle of January, you might want to get some things done this week and really, put your best projects out there so that you have them in people's minds and hearts, and you can continue to get attention toward them, even though everybody's going into the insane period of the year. Okay, so let's go day by day. We start Monday with the moon in Capricorn, and that allows everybody to have that kind of reserved, executive attitude. So a very good, business day until about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 3:53 p.m. Eastern Time. The moon will slide into void of course mode, and during that time period, you want to avoid making purchases, having major meetings, and starting things, because when you start things or do things under the void of course moon, they may not turn out the way that you expect. So be ready for anything Monday evening. Fortunately, it's a short void of course period, 2:24 a.m. on Tuesday. The moon slides into Aquarius. We will have a sun conjunct Mercury in Scorpio at 9:53 a.m. on Tuesday. That'll be really good for any kind of deep thinking that you want to do. On Wednesday, we have the Aquarius moon continuing for the whole day and evening and night, and it's going to be, with the Aquarius moon, a time when people get along better and think about what's good for everyone, so that will be excellent. And the Neptune station will take place at 11:32 a.m. on Wednesday, Eastern Time. Void of course moon again, but it's at a fortunate time for most of us because it's between 3:19 a.m. and 7:21 a.m. Eastern Time, and so there's not a whole lot most people are doing, and even if you're in the European time zones, it's a short one, so it's not too bad. The only other thing I'll say about Thursday is it's going to be difficult to get people to agree on things, and even harder to get them to focus as you get closer to the evening. Because once the moon goes into Pisces, it's going to make some squares to Saturn and to Mercury and then it's eventually going to also make a conjunction with Neptune. So all bets are off for any kind of focus at that time. Also, on Friday, we're going to have the Sagittarius season starting off with Mercury entering Sagittarius at 2:44 p.m. under the Pisces moon. But Mercury in Sagittarius allows us to have big ideas and happy ideas and a sense of optimism that we may not have had while Mercury was in Scorpio, when we're more circumspect. Friday, toward evening, we're going to have a Venus square Pluto thing going on. This is not really great for our relationships. People tend to try to dominate one another rather than cooperate. So try to remember that, and remember, you don't win just by being right. You win when you have good relationships in your life. So think about that one for a while. Saturday and Sunday look pretty good. We have moon void of course period again from Pisces into Aries at 8:23 a.m. Eastern Time to 10:12 a.m. So don't expect a lot early in the morning, but after that, it could be a fine day. Moon in Aries gives us lots of energy, and people will really start to get in that party mood because the sun will slide into Sagittarius on Sunday at 10:26 a.m. And at that point in time, I think that you will feel a surge of energy, and certainly those invitations will start to roll in if they have not started to already. But there is a void of course moon from 2:16 p.m. all the way until Monday the 23rd at 11:26 a.m. So be very careful about making any big decisions. And hey, all those football games could turn out a lot differently than the way people expect. That happens a lot in the void of course moon, I've noticed. And also we have Moon not only conjunct Uranus, but aligned with it in terms of what we call declination in astrology. So sort of like a double alignment really tightly. So there'll be a lot of nervous energy around in the afternoon. So that's your weekly horoscopes at work. I am going to be on the West Coast this week. I'm very excited to be studying with the Wellness Institute, and I will be in an internship seminar Thursday through Sunday, so I won't be reading charts during that time, but in the meantime, if you would like to have a private video reading or you would like to make an appointment for a future reading, I will be back the week before Thanksgiving, and you can reach me anytime for any question about anything up in the sky at Judi, Judi, at readthestars.com.